Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Sunday Spin. I'm Vinny G coming at you from the 6-4. This Sunday, this week, and every week, including Saturdays, forgive me, are brought to you by sponsors, and that would be What's Left Records in the 719, the fabulous Ostro Brothers. And we have Grooves Records in San Francisco, that's Kevin Chanel, and the greatest independent record label in the history of independent record labels, Anonymous Collective Records. As always, as it's been for the last 3 seasons, as it is for our final show of the season, I'm joined by my man, Greno. Gee, it's great to see you.
Hey, what's up, Vinny? Happy holidays, my brother.
Ho, ho, ho. Happy Keith Richards' birthday, more importantly,
yes.
right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Happy Keithmas.
Who you got with us today, brother? He looks familiar.
He keeps us happy. Yeah, look at this guy, man. This guy, I don't know, man. It's like you're going through the halls at Poway High, and like all of a sudden, there's Scotty. It's Scott Frazier, man, from way back, a legend of the 64, drummer extraordinaire. Scott, how are you, my brother? Great to see you.
I'm well, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Man.
Yep.
Been a long time coming now, Scotty. You and I got the white beards going, so we're
Yep.
definitely in season. Vinny over there, though, he's a clean-shaven man.
Yeah, I still got the pool man's kind of, blonde
got-
Zach Morris thing going, but
you got the mop top,
gonna
for
winterize. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, Vinny, with Scotty, it's like we're turning back the clock. We're taking a walk down memory lane. I mean, there's just so many things that are fun about this show, and I've been looking forward to this show since we scheduled Scotty. So, man, let's just dive right in. I know, Vinny, you got to ask the obligatory, so let's start with that. I don't even think I know the answer to this one either.
Yeah. Thank you, G. And Legend of the 6-4 is right, and it's always the best time when we get to, like you said, walk down the memory lane, kind of identify with our guests. So sure, but yeah, textbook question, Scott. Where does it begin for you as a musician? Who was the influence? Was it a family member? Was it school? Was it a friend from the neighborhood? Was it a musician? Where does it begin?
It starts in middle school, Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Mustangs.
Yeah, my dad actually was a musician when I was growing up, playing country music and stuff. And then I started at Meadowbrook. I think I played like trumpet and trombone first, and I was like, oh man, this sucks. And then started doing the drum thing, and it kind of took off from there, and I've been doing it ever since. So a lot of fun. Interesting story. So after Meadowbrook and then in Poway, I got my first drum set, and then I started like playing Rush songs. And so one day I'm playing Rush songs on Powers Road, and lo and behold, Steve Pavley was walking down the street. And that's how F Troop started. So that was in high school, and then, Glenn, you guys, and the outrage thing, I knew about you guys from high school. And so it was kind of weird how I actually started playing live music was because of Steve Pavley. So, and then to Diane, and you know about the whole history about that. So, but and that was pretty much it. I mean, just started playing in F Troop and playing gigs before I could even go into the bar. They me out, and and it took off from there. And it's like I said, I've been playing music ever since. So it's a lot of fun. So.
Fabulous, Scott. And I got to tell you, I love that you brought up Powers Road, because I played in a lot of bands in that neighborhood. In fact, one of the many bands that I had at that time was, believe it or not, called the Tobiasons.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, separated into 2 words, right?
Yeah.
Fabulous. But yeah, there were a lot of good musicians in that area, that Powers, Frame, McFerrin kind of hood that I actually grew up in as well. But you mentioned getting to Poway High. Mm-hmm. Which always seems to be the universal key that unlocks the door.
Yeah.
So it's brilliant that you shared that, because that's so identifiable to Greno and I.
Yeah, there was the marching band too. I was in the marching band for like 3 years, and there was a lot of good drummers in the marching band. You know,
yes, sir.
Ponchetti's out there still jamming. You know, I forgot the kid's name that plays with Louis XIV. He was like a little bit after me, but
Mark.
Mark. I forgot his last name.
Mark M. Yeah, so Miragard or something. Yeah.
So. Yeah, just a lot of good drummers came out of there. Brian Fierro, I've recently been in contact with him on social media. I don't know. I think he's playing still, but he's not really doing much except for playing for himself by himself. The marching band, that was a huge part of learning also. Just we had some really good instructors over there, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun traveling around and marching and stuff. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Poway High music. I was at Twin Peaks. When I started in band, and Scotty, I played trumpet as well. So I think drummers are, my dad wanted me to start on trumpet, and I merged towards baritone and then towards the drum section, which, Joey was pretty much the man as far as that went. But, Carl Fitch ran a great program there. And then, Poway High took their music very seriously. Their halftime programs, marching band, all that. I want to talk a little bit about F Troop, though, because we played a lot of shows together, and Outrage actually recorded in your home studio that you guys had up in the San Marcos, I believe.
Yeah.
Man, I loved that band. You guys had so much energy and so unique and awesome.
Yeah, it had a great name, I might add.
Yeah,
wonderful name for a 4-6-4 band.
What was the run, Scotty? Were you guys together a couple years, or I can't really recall?
I can't recall either. It was at least a year or more. I do remember the studio. I remember you guys coming up there, and we did some stuff as well. But yeah, just kind of, Diane kind of had some issues, and it kind of fell apart a little bit, and then but no, it was a really good experience for sure. It was fun playing out with them, and playing with you guys and all that good stuff. So yeah. But I really, to be honest with you, I don't remember a whole lot. I remember the studio. I remember playing. I remember a couple of the songs, but other than that, it was a long, long time ago.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're turning back the clock with Scott Frazier here on the Saturday Night Spin. Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays, everyone. We've been waiting to have Scotty on for a while, and it's just such a treat to kick back and enjoy some stories from the 64. Now, Vinny, I don't know if you probably know this, but there's actually a merging of F Troop and Outrage into a band called Hush. So how did that coalesce, Scotty? Because honestly, I wasn't living in San Diego at the time, and I came down for a weekend and watched you guys practice, and they went to a show, and I was, man, what a lineup. So yeah, it's half break it down for the people, because a lot of people don't even know about that band.
Well, I mean, we were messing around before all you guys moved up to Santa Rosa. You moved up there too, right, Glenn? Yeah. So before you guys moved around, we were doing some stuff, I think, with me and Chris and McCabe, but I don't know if it was F Troop. But anyway, so you guys moved away, and I was doing some stuff. I think I was playing with Jason Hill and those guys. Remember the band Tragic Rabbit? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, so I was doing that, and then Chris and Judy moved back, and I just hit them up and like, hey, let's do something, and that's pretty much how it started. And then Rob Fez got involved, and no, it was fun. We were writing some good songs.
Yeah,
we were getting some good shows, playing some bigger places. I think we opened up for No Doubt or something, I think. Even at one point. So that was before they hit it big, but yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So thinking back some of the stuff for sure.
Guys, we got Scott Hilbert joining us, so he just wanted
another Mustang. Hello, Scott.
Right. Yep. Meadowbrook. Scott, we love you. Congratulations on so much big stuff going on with him too. But yep. Little bit in there. We like to interact with some of our people. So, and he's also a legend of the 64. So, I remember some really good Hush recordings too. There was a couple on a compilation and some things that Rob put out, our buddy Fez Wrecker. Do you remember any of that? Like those stuff that you guys did? Was that
I do. Yeah. Actually, I think he put it on I know for a fact there's one song on that Who Are We, Who We Are compilation he did, which I found literally like, it was like either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. And I actually like kind of remixed it, the track that was on there. And I posted a snippet of it.
Oh, cool.
And I tagged Judy and Chris in it. And they were like, oh, wow. Yeah. So yeah, it's an old, like the tape. As a matter of fact, it's right back here. Like it was weird. I was going through a box and I found it. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about this. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
More a little interaction. Woohoo! Yep. Tis the season to talk about the 64 on the Saturday night spin. I'm curious. I know Vinny is too, because I see instruments behind Vinny. I see instruments behind myself. But Scotty, what do you got rocking there? What kind of kit we looking at there? And some beautiful.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So this. I just bought this kit. I got it like in February or March, and so this is a sonar kit here.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
It's an SQ1. Yeah, man. I have the DW kit in San Diego also, but this thing sounds so good. And we started tracking. That's why I built the room, because we recorded the way we shatter. We did like 5 songs there, and it's expensive. And Mark is a sound engineer, so we were just like, why don't we just try to do it ourselves? And that's why we have all this stuff now. So it's working out pretty well. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work though, figuring stuff out, making it sound good. Took me a while to get the room to be right. So,
and out of necessity, I might add, it's not always a financial thing. It's not always a convenience factor. Let's get to the brass tacks. Shut-ins aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah,
we've all gotten used to working at home. It's evil.
Yeah,
I know, but sooner or later, it seems like we all have to make that plunge. How's it been working out for you? Do you find it uncomfortable as opposed to the normal way of producing a record?
At first, yeah, it was really uncomfortable because there was a lot of burden on me, because recording live drums is kind of a pain. You know that. So
yes, sir.
And it's so now we're over the hump. We got it some, like, for the most part dialed in. I've had to change some mics out and stuff. I had to do a lot of treatment in this room. This is a pretty small room that I'm in, but I had to put a lot of treatment on the walls to make it sound right. I was doing the whole thing where I was going around clapping in the corners and stuff. Just I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Let's put it that way. So, and it helped. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a great learning experience, but we wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Mark. Mark is like, he does the sound design for video games and stuff, and he's still on the learning curve too, mixing. So we've recorded 4 songs ourselves, and each song that we do, it gets better and better. So he's doing a really good job. So it's and another thing also on top of that is that I'm in Sacramento and they're in San Diego. That's another big factor as well. So now we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, and not worry about, if something's not right, hey, retract this, do it, send it, upload it, So it's working out pretty well.
Really glad to hear it. And Glenn and I, we know all about logistics.
Yeah.
And it is definitely the hybrid of it all is the exciting part as I see it, because we're actually going to be able at some point to take what we've done working apart and put it together, hopefully live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In your neck of the woods in Sacramento, how are things looking as far as live bands go, Scott? Because down here it's still hit and miss. There's still a lot of question marks.
Yeah.
We only have there's some smaller clubs that I don't really go to, because I like a lot of shoegaze stuff these days. And so like we have a place called the Ace of Spades, which is probably about the size of like the Belly Up-ish, maybe.
Okay.
Super format. And then there's what's that other place called? There's only a couple places here in town that have like national acts coming through, even though they're small. Like the other ones smaller, like the Casbah. I can't remember the name of it. Holy Diver, that's it. So that's a smaller place. more of your national smaller acts, same size, same size as probably the Casbah, holds like 400 or 500 people or whatever. I haven't ever been there, but there's been a few shows that I was wanted to go to, and then COVID hit, and then I never went. As a matter of fact, I think Jason and those guys, they were going to come up here and they were going to play at Holy Diver, I think it was. And I got tickets to go hang out with them and stuff, and then COVID hit and they canceled. So yeah, that would have been my first time going over there. So, but I've been kind of looking around a little bit just to see what's going on, and it's not, there's way more places to play in San Diego than are here for local bands, I think, which would be cool if somebody could change that, because I know there's a lot of good musicians floating around up here for sure. So yeah, there's not near as much as I don't know how about you, Glenn, up in Colorado? Is there a lot of venues to play at?
Not really. I mean, they're in Colorado. There is Colorado Springs. There's 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Luckily, I got a lockdown on 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
My friends either book shows there or work at there. But yeah, Denver, I mean, is a plethora of just amazing venues. Been blessed to just play up there a handful of times. But yeah, no, it's awesome. My sense with Sacramento is there's a huge hip hop scene there. Yeah. And so the club scene, DJ scene, and hip hop scene kind of, engulf a lot of stuff there. That's just my sense. I lived in Santa Rosa for, I don't know, 15 years. So, hour or two away, but,
yeah, no, and you're absolutely, that's, you're right. That's there's a lot of that goes on. So, but there's, like I said, Ace of Spades is a rad venue. Actually, I saw a Swerve Driver there, and Failure. I saw, who else did I see there? I've seen a couple of bands, and it's a good room. It sounds really, really good. So maybe someday Dewey will play there. I don't know. You never know.
Yes.
So
get Dewey out in Colorado. Let's go. Let's do some shows together. That would be so phenomenal.
Well, we're talking about doing some stuff here and there, It's hard. It's hard though. We all work a lot, and that's the hard thing.
We're Vinny and I were talking before the show. We're really curious because we know that Dewey Defeats Truman had a really nice run in the early 2000s. Touring, playing lots of shows, recording and stuff. What precipitated you guys getting back together? I find it very intriguing and very exciting, honestly. I love the new record, by the way. Yeah. The new EP. Yeah.
Thanks. Really actually, funny story. So the Casbah and 91X, they had the 30-year anniversary stuff. They were getting a lot of people to play. So actually, the band that was supposed to be doing all this stuff was the Red Dye number 5. Was Red Dye number 5?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's what the first approach was, and then I'm not going to get into details on why it didn't happen, but it just didn't work out, and that's when James basically hit me in Markup, and they're like, well, I already knew about it, but then we hit Markup, hey, you want to try, and get together, do these shows, and he agreed. So then, we started rehearsing, and the very first rehearsal, we wrote Less Than One on the new record. That was the very first rehearsal 3 years ago. So we were tinkering around, and we started writing a couple songs when I was coming down for rehearsals, and just took off from there. So the Red Dye deal, that I don't know if you guys know the history behind that band. So I was playing in a band with Mars Stiller, I think, and Dave Barris. Oh God, what was that? Mike Draper too, wasn't he? Who was in Dive Boy? I think it was Draper. Mars Stiller. Yeah. So, anyways,
sure.
I was playing with those dudes, and then that's when Red Dye approached me. James Reeder approached me, and they basically got me, and then we took off from there, and we went to Boston, recorded. We got signed onto a major, and then we recorded a record, but it got shelved, and it was shelved till 2016, and Silver Girl released it. So that was the whole premise behind the original of us starting to play was, hey, Red Dye put this record out. This 30 but it didn't work out. And that's fine, because I think things happen for the better, because I'm having to kick ass time writing with these guys again, for sure. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to hear. And
Really,
the common denominator, really, again, since COVID started 2 years ago, there has been a lot of reformation. And Glenn and I were talking about this before the show started as well. There's a lot of contentment, a lot of comfort knowing the people you're working with, because circles have gotten small. They may, again, I hope not. I hope to hell not, but it's a possibility. You go with who got you there, who you're comfortable with, your brothers. So yeah, it's beautiful to see that you guys are back at it. What are the prospects for the future?
Well, we put the record is out. We're waiting for the vinyl to come in. We're thinking we're going to get it. I don't want any guarantees, but like they're saying maybe into January, beginning February. So
super.
We put the first video out. We're starting to get quite a bit of attention on that. There's another video that's in the can right now that James is working on how we're going to release it, which is for Shots Taken, which is I believe it's the 7th track, because there's 2 bonus tracks. So it's like the 7th track. And then from there, we're going to do a 3rd video, I believe. And then also we got a lot. I'd say we have at least 20 more songs. They're not all done, but some of them are done. And originally the plan was we were going to do them 2 at a time. But I think till this record gets in, we're going to start recording as many as we can. And then we might do another like full length or something, but we're not sure yet. So this is kind of a little bit of a long-term thing. This way it's looking right now, which is good.
Yeah,
it's fabulous. Yeah, what outstanding news, huh, Greno?
Super exciting, man. Yeah, it's great to see you guys reform. And what are some of the bands that kind of, I mean, you guys definitely have a really concise sound, but what are some of the bands that kind of influenced when you guys started?
Oh man, all of us like have all kinds of different influences. I would say like way back in the day, like Versus, like Betty Severe. There's all kinds of those indie bands from back then. Bright Eyes. There was like a lot of stuff that we rolled over and over and over in the van when we were traveling and stuff. And it was so more of those like indie rock, type bands like that. There's a lot. Ditch Croaker, love that band. As a matter of fact, that's had a resurgence lately on one of the groups that we're in, and I have the CD somewhere and I can't find it. I'm texting James the other day. I can't find my Ditch Croaker CD, bro. I have a box of stuff I have to go through, but there's a lot of old stuff that I kind of have in a box. I need to go back through and get it back out and start listening to it again. So
I take that Sebadoh cover that you guys did, man. It's awesome.
Sebadoh, that definitely huge.
Love that band.
Yeah. So Lou Barlow, like even his solo stuff he's doing lately, and he's tootling around here and there. Looks like he's starting to get back out again.
That whole band's great too. Jason Lowenstein, I mean, what a phenomenal songwriter and bass player. Man. I definitely, that's what's cool about you guys' music, is that it's its own vibe, its own thing. But you can definitely, hear where some of the stuff comes from, as far as like, it doesn't sound like any of these other bands, but just some of the energy, and just the inspiration, you can tell, man, it's really good. If y'all haven't checked out Dewey Defeats Truman, let's go ahead and give you guys an opportunity right there at the bottom. They'll give you a website. They have their own website. And that's super easy. It's just Dewey, RAWK, DeweyRock.com. And then they will direct you to Bandcamp. They've got a new EP, The Way You Shatter. Just lots of cool stuff going on. Scotty, I'm curious, because you guys cut a single right before that, and it looks like that was done at home. I dig the way you track those drums, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. That was our first our first run on the doing the home recording. Well, actually, that's not true because
Okay.
I have a Roland TD-25 here. It's over in the garage now. But what prompted all this, what it all started with, I forgot about this to say this up front, but we did demos, a lot of demos before we started to decide what we were going to record and stuff. And we did all that with the TD-25, and we did the actual audio track, and then we did MIDI so Mark could move stuff around, and then from there, I mean, it sounds good and all, but it's it's a box of drums, bro. So it's I like the live kit way better for sure. So it's yeah, man, it's good times for sure, sure.
It's awesome, very cool. Let's get a couple of we got some more interactive stuff. I know Vinny loves this stuff, so let's see what we got. Is it showing up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I can't see it.
Papa Bear. Interesting show. Rocksteady. He mentioned the Casbah. He's from the 6'4", Bob. He's going to mention the Casbah. It's an institution. Right.
Thanks for tuning in, Bobby.
So the Casbah. So yeah, man. Been around for a long time. I played there multiple occasions. And as a matter of fact, we are going to be playing there in April with June.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's our only gig that we have booked right now. We're going to be doing some other stuff, I think, maybe before that we're talking about. But right now, the only thing really solid and locked in is the June of 44 on April 9th at the Casbah.
Great. So, April 9th. We'll make sure that we promote it the week before, get it out to the spin folks. And looks like, Scotty, you got a special thumbs up. Very special in your life.
That's the wifey there. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Kelly. We appreciate you and keeping Scott happy. Awesome. Hey, no, I mean, Vinny, we know it's like to live with a musician and a drummer at that is quite a bit. It takes a lot of patience, and sometimes you got to talk really loud in the other room if we're laying down the beats, right, Scotty?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's all true, certainly. But if it's the same Kelly Pendergrass that I remember from my days in the 6'4", yeah, she's got a heart of gold. So Scott, you're a very lucky man.
Yep, that's her, man. First girlfriend. Yeah. She was my first girlfriend in high school. So
very, very good friends with my late sister. Yeah, wonderful girl. You're a very blessed man, Scott.
Yeah,
that's
man.
So cool, Scott. Wow. High school,
small world.
Extremely rare.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's very, very cool. Actually, we connected on Facebook, believe it or not, and then she was living in San Diego, so she's been up here for about 12 years now, I think, or something like that. So and now I'm doing the Dewey thing, so I'm going down there once or twice a month, depending on what we got going, and so.
Yeah, but what a great story to link up after all this time. I mean, it sounds to me full circle, buddy. You got your band back together. You've got to be a happy man at this point. I sure hope so.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Vinny, look, we're really turning back the clock now.
One and the same. Yes. Hello, Cal. Meant every word I said. Absolutely.
Carriage
Alley Vinny. Yeah.
Heard that one in a while.
Another comment too. He's like, Glenn, you played at the Casbah. It's like, I think maybe once.
Yeah.
It really came about after I kind of moved out of that town.
Yeah.
So I think Patch played there once, but the club that is dear to my heart, and a lot of San Diegans are going to be like, oh, he's crazy. I loved the Velvet.
Oh, Velvet was awesome. The Velvet was awesome.
I mean, Outrage did a reunion show there. Patch played there. I saw Sort of Quartet there. Truman's Water. I mean, that venue, bong loads in the it's quite a place.
It was super loud in there too. So we played there quite a few times ourselves. Even Mark, he was in Looper, I think, and bunch of other bands. Mark's been in tons of stuff too, but that we, Velvet, then Casbah, and then just all kinds of stuff. So we were pretty entrenched in that San Diego scene, So
absolutely.
From Red Dye into Dewey, it was mainly Red Dye and Dewey. So But yeah, a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Hey, I just want to tell you guys too, I'm really like digging your Mulligan stuff. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you, Scott. Means a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah,
So-
man. We really appreciate that. And thanks for your support too, getting the record and yeah, reaching out. We Scotty and I talked shop about the drums and stuff 2 or 3 weeks ago online. It was really fun and stuff. And Scott, on that note, we really would like you to drum on a Mulligan's track sometime in the future.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No problem, man. Yeah. No problem. That'd be great. Just let me know when or what you have in mind, and we'll definitely put something together for sure.
Awesome, man. Boy, Vinny,
It's our honor, actually.
we got our little stable of heavies. We're going to have Scotty and Bob Lee, hopefully, drumming, and then maybe Dave Markey and some scrub named Greno. I don't know. But Scotty, we're having so much fun. We want to give you a chance, as we do each and every week, to send out love, send out shout outs. And again, it's a holiday time. So, feel free to take artistic license. But yeah, we want to give you a moment just to talk, to your bandmates or whoever.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark McBride and James Reeder and Kelly. You guys just saw her. And then let's not forget about Kevin Chanel.
Yeah.
Don't forget Kevin Chanel.
Oh, by the way, playing tonight at the Tower Bar.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Remind me at the end of the show, there's like 5 things going on tonight. So we want to let people know what's going on. If you're in Colorado Springs or San Diego, the joint's jumping, baby.
So no, Kevin has been awesome. Pretty cool how this all worked out with the hot sauce and stuff. And yeah, man, he's making some good stuff. My whole fridge is full of that stuff. So it's I'm a hot
As
sauce.
it should be. As it should be. Christmas gifts for everybody, right?
Yeah.
El Anojado.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, exactly. I want my Vinny G t-shirt, man. I still don't have one.
Brother, what size, right? They have a full collection.
Yeah, Vinny, that's the one thing I got to let you know. Vinny has gotten me a lot of cool stuff, but he still thinks I'm like 18 because he gets me a small, and I'm like, bro, we're talking double X. Okay, the boy is fat. Okay, so double X me. Yes, in Compton, we got a shout out, of course, each and every day. That's right, Cypress, California, home of Los Alamitos racetrack. Scotty, so what's the holidays looking like for you?
Nothing, just gonna lay low. We're working on getting ready we're gonna track another song. I'm hoping before the end of the year. There's some confusion on something, so we're working through some stuff right now, but I'm hoping to be doing that and get some stuff done in here because I've been really busy with work lately. I did a big Christmas concert too. It took up a lot of time, but yeah, so now I'm gonna get more focused on this Dewey stuff and try to get a couple more songs in the can here. So other than that, yeah, my parents are out of town in Vegas with my sister. Shout out to them too if they're listening. But
there you go.
But yeah, I'm just gonna chill, and we're pretty much gonna stay home. Yeah, so that's it. We went to Pismo for Thanksgiving, and then I went to Kentucky earlier this year too. But so yeah, that's why we're not really gonna do much around this time of year. So, but
awesome.
Fun stuff, man.
Well, we hope it's safe and happy and awesome. Yeah. We've just had so much fun, man. Scott, first of all, we're going to have you back, man. There's just no doubt about it. Because I want to get into some brass tacks. We've had drummers on 2 weeks in a row now, Vinny, and I haven't even really got to talk about paradiddles or anything. So we're going to have...
Because your co-host has got a big mouth and can't stop talking himself, right? Yeah.
But yeah, Scotty, I definitely, in fact, maybe... I want to let people know, starting next season, we're going to be doing a little archaeology. We're going to do some special episodes where we delve very deeply into processes of certain musicians, whether it be with a certain album that they've made or the way that they, your process of, how you drum, things like that. So we'd love to have you on, and we'd love to have you maybe do a little clinic type thing with us, just kind of show us, maybe break down, a couple Dewey Defeats Truman songs, things like that. think about that. Let that marinate, and then also, you're going to be playing on the Mulligan's new album. So,
yeah, I would love to do that. Honestly, I can't. That sounds like so much fun for sure. So.
Awesome. Well, he's already got the whole, working by computer thing down. So yeah, he's a slam dunk, right, G?
Well, now you have Vinny. You're in trouble. Now you have 2 hack drummers. Like, Scott, I don't know, man. Like, that snare, and Scott is gonna be like, snare's good, man. I'm worried about that bass drum. We're gonna definitely have some fun with that. Vinny, so Kevin Chanel's in town.
Playing at the Tower, right? Yeah, I know. We've got a laundry list. I know you got some people up in the 719 as well. I really don't want to leave anybody out, so I'm going to let you just roll with the accolades. We've got a lot of people that we love out there giving them hell this weekend.
Yep. So what? San Diego, we got the Tower Bar tonight. Kid Galahad.
Kid Galahad.
Yep. It's the Saints tribute band with Kevin Chanel and friends. That's tonight. And then in Colorado Springs, there's 2 really good shows. You're looking at the Triple Nickel. Ostro Brothers will be playing Night of the Living Shred. They also own What's Left Records. And then over at the Vultures, which is a new club owned by the Black Sheep, a really cool new group called the Ambergene, which is it's Mike Knipp, who owns the venue, his band. And kind of a slint, kind of a minimalist sort of vibe sound. I won't be going to either show. I'm kind of in the middle of a 2-week bender of working. Vinny is too. But definitely shout out and support to those folks. Keith Richards' birthday is today, so we love you, Keith. And we do have one more show, Vinny. I messed up last week.
One more show, huh? One more show this year?
This year. One more show this year, exactly.
So we're talking the 26th?
The day after Christmas. So we're going to definitely hit up Scotty and see what he got for Christmas, because I know he's looking for a new China. And then also, so that'll be the year in review, Vinny. We'll have a nice little slideshow. I might get a little teary-eyed, but just wonderful guests like Scotty, Bob Lee, Dave Markey, Cherie Sprague, some guy named Watt. Rafter was amazing. Like, every guest since we've done this show, I hope you all know you're all phenomenal people. And Scott, you are no exception, my brother. It's so amazing to catch up with you. It's like, I want to come hang with you and drink a beer or something, like chill with you, though. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure, man. It's good talking to you guys. And man, keep up the good work on the Mulligan stuff. It's a lot of fun. Like, I like it. I like it a lot. So
thank you, brother. Thank you. And the most satisfying part from where I'm sitting is I've spent my entire adult life living in other parts of the nation, telling people about my friends and associates in my small little town of 6'4".
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We shoot back to 2021. Here I am in the 6'4". We're showcasing all this talent. I'm a very blessed man. Greno, I love you, brother. I couldn't do it without you. Guys, Merry Christmas. Be good to each other. Look out for each other out there, guys.
Yeah, man. Let's see Keith make it to 100 too. So how old is he now?
He would be the ripe old age of 78 today, right? And in talk of all that we've been talking about with the Beatles movies and the things that are going on with the loss of Mike Nesmith, man, hang on to your heroes. Embrace your heroes for as long as you have them.
And for my money, he's the #1 rock and roll guy of all time. I mean, it's like, the NBA logo is Jerry West. Well, the rock and roll logo is Keith with the cigarette dangling out of his mouth and the bandana. I mean, it's just, what an icon, and everything I've ever seen about him, he seems like a very gracious human being. So,
well,
just like Scott Frazier,
there's so many stages.
What, Vinny?
There's so many stages to the man. You've got Keith when he looked like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. You've got Pirate Keith. You've got Gypsy Keith. You've got Farmer Keith. Ja Rostaman Keith. Bottom line is they're all Keith.
Yeah.
That's what really matters, right?
Oh, epic, man.
He is rock and roll. You're right, G.
Oh man, so good. And yeah, hey, let's just give a quick shout out to all of our old bandmates, Chris Marsteller, Rob Abramson, mutual bandmates. I think that's. Did you play with Aaron too?
I did.
Okay, Aaron UK.
Yeah, Aaron UK. What's he up to, by the way? Is he still playing or?
Don't really know. We were trying to get him on the show for a little outrage reunion, but he wanted way too much money, man. Him and Nefke were like, they command a big price. Like Vinny and I were cleaning out the piggy banks. We still couldn't make it happen, man. So
we couldn't find the right color M&Ms to, put in the dressing room, and it was on from there.
Scotty, Chris would know though. Chris is. I think he was in Kansas for a long time, and he actually visited me in Colorado when I first moved here about 15 years ago. But I haven't really talked to him since then. But I think he's back in San Diego. Yeah, hit up Chrissy, and I'm sure he can tell you what's good with it. But yeah, man, Kevin Chanel, all of our mutual friends, and that ties up a nice bow with our sponsors right there. Grooves Records San Francisco, What's Left Records Colorado Springs. Want to thank the people at Coast to Coast for showing our stuff each and every week. StreamYard keeps us rocking, and we got one more show for you next week. It's going to be the year in review. So, Scotty, again, man, we just really appreciate your time. We got one more comment. Let's interact. That's too much fun. Oh, okay, it's a long one. Are we ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
For you, baby.
Yep, there you go. For a brewski. We got to get together for a brewski, Vinny.
That'll be a nice tea for yours truly. But yeah, you're on, guys. Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you both.
Thanks, man.
God bless you. Take care of one another. I'm real happy for the both of you. I really am. I'm sure my sister's smiling down on you, Cal.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool, man. Well, thanks for having me, guys. And definitely looking forward. Let's record some stuff for sure.
Yeah, Scotty. It'd be such an honor, man. We're going to write some stuff just for you, my brother.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Sunday Spin on a Saturday night. Be good to each other. Love each other. And remember, Tony Russo is the man. Good luck, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks again, buddy.
I forgot to do a shout out to Tony. I forgot. Hey, Tony.
Papa Russo.
There it is. Yeah. All right, guys.
Be good to each other. We'll see you next week. Hope everyone gets what they want for Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all those other ones.
Merry Keith, miss.